Yeah, what's good, everybody? It's your boy EMW Figure Shelf, and today we're going to talk about Mattel's WWE Elite Collection Collector's Edition store exclusive Davey Boy Smith of the British Bulldogs. All right, now as we look here, front of the packaging, this is an Elite 82 collector's exclusive. I think you could only find this on at Target and a few other places. I got this off of Macari. And the front of the packaging, old school picture of Davey Boy Elite Collection, window of the figure, and accessories that it comes with, which we will dive into shortly. And then on the back of the packaging, height, weight, where he's from, championships held, first ever European champion, tag team champion, intercontinental champion. He was one half of the British Bulldogs. They do not mention Dynamite Kid, though. Matilda's name is mentioned, which is cool, but they do not mention Dynamite Kid. We will get further into that in this video. Accessories here include interchangeable hands, the closed fist hands that we've all grown to know and love, some of us, and Matilda with a leash, and this thing is awesome. Finally got a Matilda here, complete with a leash, and that attaches to the collar and detaches from the collar. This is really cool. And to compare it to the Jax dog that they've had that was supposed to be Matilda, shout out to Kyle Peterson. According to Kyle Peterson, he had said he had heard that this is from a Jax playset, from another playset, non-wrestling related, that they just threw in here. The Jax already had molded, and they just threw it in here with the Jax Classics British Bulldogs. I do not know the playset that this is from, so someone could probably let me know if you know about this. All right, looking at the head scan now, this is the best head scan I think I've seen for the Davey Boy figures. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think of which one was better. Personally, I think this is one of the best ones I've seen. It's better than a lot of the Jax ones. Those were really good, but there were some inaccuracies, and the early Mattel Legends one just to me looked more like Ken Shamrock. I wasn't really a big fan of that figure. That was a cool attire at that time, but something about it was very off. They've got this one right. Now looking at the attire, white trunks in the front there, white wrist tape, red knee pads, the red, white, and blue boots with different type of patterning on each side. Really nice. The red, white, and blue is more representative of the British flag here, the Union Jack. And as we turn it around, a lot of white, no real detail until you get to the back where you see the Union Jack, which really looks really well done. Not a lot of paint blemishes. Actually, I don't think I see any on mine end. All right, comparison time here, and as we look at the Davey Boy figures, we look at the one on the left, the earlier Mattel Elite Collection one from about 2015, 2016, around that area. This is more based off of his singles run, right around the time, I guess, right before like the Allied Powers with Lex Luger, or pretty much around that time. But the representation's great. The rope I have on here was actually from Ralph's Figure Clothing for the Jax figures, circa 2008, 2009 or so, a few years before Ralph unfortunately had passed. But this really looks good for that figure. But the head scan to me, I always felt looks more like his son Harry, Davey Boy Smith Jr., or David Hart Smith, for those that remember him more in WWE as part of the Hart Dynasty. But to me, they're definitely almost identical. Davey Boy and Davey Boy Jr., but there's little differences that to me I could see, hey, that's Harry, hey, that's Davey Boy Sr. The one on the right to me looks more like Davey Boy Sr., and the face, you could tell it's British Bulldog, but to me, it just looks more like Harry. That's my personal opinion, but still a great figure. Both figures are awesome and great to have. I mean, one thing that makes sense is they didn't have back then the TrueFX scanning, so to use Harry Smith, if they did, would actually make sense for this figure. All right, time to shout more people out. A huge thank you to the Glory Days of Wrestling on Instagram for this one. So, long story short, this is the Dynamite Kid. Basically, Tom Veg, he does a lot of 3D printing, and Glory Days of Wrestling gets the 3D printing from him, the 3D sculpts, paints them, and I was lucky enough to get one of these off of him to fit the Elite 82 Davey Boy body, and I did buy another one just so I could make Dynamite Kid, and this is tremendous. This is one of my new favorite custom figures. It's not entirely custom, and some people may look at this and go, oh, why did you just slap it on the Davey Boy body? To me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm not good at torso cracking, so I didn't want to put it on another torso. Some people use like a Macho Man torso or a Neville, a.k.a. Pac. I didn't want to do that. I was happy with just putting it on the Davey Boy body, and that was that. Some people have been doing that, but with their Jakks Classics Dynamite Kid head, I really don't want to do that either. Those heads actually look huge, like way too huge. So I'm happy with what I got right now. This is, to me, one of my favorite figures in my collection right now. Probably maybe of all time, who knows. But for right now, I'm very happy to have this. Thank you again to Glory Days and to Tom Veg. So, just totally great. In conclusion, here's my British Bulldogs complete tag belts, as you can see around them now, as I have many duplicates of those. It's great to have these. I highly recommend, if you haven't done so yet, that Elite 82 Davey Boy Smith. Try to track him down. He should be a little easier. I know people have been finding him the last couple of months or the better part of 2021. It took me a while, but I was able to get a hold of two of them. Reasonable prices on Macari. Thank you to the sellers on there as well. And I am aware I shout a lot of people out, but that's the community that we're in. So, hope you all enjoy this, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!